everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil, welcome along to Midlife Motors. Today we're test driving a car. We haven't done that for a little while, and today we're in a Ford Focus, a 2010 ST3. Now, I'm not really a Ford fan. I don't understand why people pay intergalactic money for old Escorts that, I'll be honest, I drove some of them back in the day and they weren't even particularly good then. But hey, I understand it all. I drive women's cars, so each to their own. But I've always liked this shape of Focus. I've always liked this era of Focus. I remember the RS, the Mark II RS of this shape, and I always thought that was a good car. It's a car I looked at back at that time. I went down a Renault Megane route, but I was into my track days then, and it was a much superior car for that. But I always liked this shape. I always liked the way the car looked, and I think it's aged well. So I was keen to try one just to see what they're like nowadays. We've driven the Golfs. I'll stick one of the Golfs up here recently, and it's going to be interesting to see what this car's like compared with the Golfs that we've been running around with, the slightly more modern hot hatchbacks. Now, I'm going to confess, I've had this car for a couple of days, and this isn't my first drive in it. So I've learned a few things. Number one, we're going to go on the roads that I normally go. I can't push this car like I can push the Golfs. It's not at that standard. It's got it washes out, the front washes out. It doesn't torque steer too badly, but it doesn't have the chassis balance. It doesn't have the, but what it does have is a 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine that goes like a rocket, and it's awesome. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Heavy front because of that massive engine, and that is good. That's keeping all the weight over the front of the car, so when you brake it's very stable. But now we come out onto the straights and we're just 60 in no time. Fourth gear, you just feel the pull of the car. Very torquey engine, very torquey engine. Composed ride as well. It's not bouncing about, it's not jittery. This is my nemesis, this corner, so we'll just slow down for this one. Not a jerky ride at all. Very smooth, just follows them up. Probably a bit too soft. You might have wanted it a little bit stiffer. The noises are great though. The noises are great, and that engine, it just wants to go. It just wants to go. Look. Getting a little bit more. I had a drive around here yesterday evening just to feel where you could lean on the car and where you can't. Because you lean on the front, but then the back gets a little bit light, and that's how it is a little bit unnerving. It certainly doesn't lack in. 'em. in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't lack in the straight line department, that's for This would keep the modern stuff honest in a straight line. Brakes are getting a bit warmer, and as they're getting warmer, they're getting better. And you can brake quite late. You can almost trail brake in this car. But just the boost out the corner. The gearbox is lovely. I'm really starting. It's got a much longer throw than the other cars, but brakes in a nice smooth straight line. The boost picks up nice as well. The boost picks up really nice. It's not, it is a little bit laggy. Yeah, it is a little bit laggy, but then it's smooth through the gears, really smooth through the gears. Goes like there, lovely, lovely. This is a bit off camber, this corner. This is where the back does get a little bit light. I'll be honest, the back does get a little bit light. But it covers ground at a hell of a rate. Nice little complex through here and see what the car's like. The torque is just tremendous. I think we just got a hello from another Focus ST. Thank you, Mr. Focus ST. I'm really liking this car. Whoa, yes, the back comes loose. The back, when you push on the corner, I think this would lift off oversteer, this car. Looks nice, doesn't it? Much power just to make an overtake in no time. I do like how stable it is under brakes. I really like that. This is a great car. You have to drive it, but it gives you a lot of feedback, but you can't drive this on autopilot. You need to be alert as to what's going on around here, because it just wants to go. This thing just wants to go. It goes well. It's got plenty bags of power. It's got enough power to keep up with the modern stuff. It doesn't have as much bite. The chassis doesn't bite as much, and the back's quite loose. But it doesn't torque steer, which is great. It brakes really well. The gear change is lovely. So it doesn't feel like an 11-year-old car that's done 60,000 miles. It really doesn't. So if somebody said, I'm getting a Focus ST, good on you. For me, probably not. Probably not. I think I'm going to have to keep looking. But the good news is, this car belongs to somebody I know reasonably well. In fact, very well. So I shall get to drive it. And as he does bits and bobs to it, we'll keep in touch with it and see how it goes. So, coming to the end of my time with the car now. If you can like this one, please give us a thumbs up. If you can share it with other people, great. And if you could subscribe below. Number of subscribers is creeping up, which is great. It really helps when you ask people if you can review their cars, because they do check you out, obviously. And if you have a good number of views, if the cars get a good number of views, which they tend to, then that helps. And if you've got a good number of subscribers, which are starting to creep up now, then that helps also.